starting off, what has my experience been? I have been in many, many training programs throughout my career. This is the first one that actually gave me more momentum than I've had probably over the last 5 years. I came in as and Nympha knows this, I came in as kind of like a scared little bird, injured bird, felt a little bit beat up from the day-to-day job and the work that I was doing. I didn't feel valued. And I shifted from having that mindset to becoming a very strong, brave, confident individual, which now puts me in a very competitive place within my current role. And there's no more bad wolf. I don't hang out with the circus. I am very focused and intentional when I'm in meetings or with folks, and I do have the ability to say no. I found ways to balance and be great, give myself grace. I trust in myself, and I've become very brave, and I couldn't do it without the tribe around me, and Coach Ginny was amazing.
I am so excited for you, Barbara, and what's up for you next. So Barbara, what would you like to leave them with? What would be your message for them?
You're not alone, that you have women to support you. Take advantage of it. I know as women, we don't like to ask for help. You're in a group now, we're here to help you. So help one another. I remember the term that we used in the group was help a sister out, be together, because there's a lot of stuff we're managing, and we tend to take on a lot of things. And you're not alone. So take advantage of the learnings, the skills of others within the group. And you don't have to recreate the wheel. There's a lot of things that you can learn from each other and really embrace it and be kind to yourself.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Sure.
I could talk with all of you for hours, of course, but we're going to move quickly because I want to get to the prizes and to the challenge of the day, so that whoever wants to leave can leave and go about their day and still benefit from listening to all of you ladies. So Nympha, in 2 minutes or so, can you share with us what has been your experience like? What were your objections? Because you too are a powerful, busy woman. And what would you want to leave these ladies with today?
So a couple of things. Thank you, everybody, for having me here. So I would say the biggest thing I follow it every day. Dr. Ginny talks about cares, and to me has been my new model.
Cares, you said, right? Cares,
yes.
C-A-R-E-S.
Yes, which I believe is connect, align, rise, envision, and seek. And that's, to me, stays with me. I became fearless. With your help, I reinvented myself, and I got promoted to vice president. And I also was very hesitant because of my work and traveling overseas. I remember telling you, I'm going to Ireland, I need to go to Japan. How am I going to do this? And trying to figure out the schedule and take care of my husband and my mother. To me I remember panicking, and you pushed me and
nudged.
And I cannot thank you enough for that. I would say one of the things that I want everybody to know is that stop being afraid of what can go wrong and think about what could go right, and that investment. And I remember Dr. Ginny saying, we buy expensive bags and shoes. And I'm like, oh, that's me. But we don't invest in ourselves. And I think that was the greatest investment I have ever done in my life.
That's amazing.
And I love the connection with the ladies, by the way. I feel like I have, like you said, a tribe that supports me when I have great days.
Yeah, awesome, Nympha. Thank you so much. Yadira, please share with us briefly, what was your journey like? What were your objections in joining? And what would you like to share with these goddesses here?
So I was actually the recipient of your 2021 invitation to join your mastermind, and I was floored. I didn't know what to expect, right?
She won the grand prize, is what she's trying to say.
I did. And it was amazing. It was life-changing. I didn't know what to expect because I had never been in a leadership type training ever, right? So Yadira pre-leadership is very different from Yadira post-leadership. And after I finished that, it gave me confidence, right? I gained confidence. I aligned my personal values, and I merged my external persona with my private persona, right? So I was able to show up as Yadira. Like, whoever now knows Yadira is very different from before. And that I'm able to communicate that with confidence. And what I have gained from that, I was surprised, but now I'm not surprised. After going through Dr. Ginny's Mastermind program, I was voted that year as a Hispanic 40 under 40 in Illinois. I was invited to be part of the founding board members of our local Chamber of Commerce. And then I was voted in as president. I will be receiving an award next week for being part of the fastest growing companies, Hispanic companies in Illinois. I was asked to be a board member for a recently launched financial literacy app for Latinas in Illinois. And so I wouldn't have been able to accomplish all of this without the leadership training. Like, I can tell you that right now, because I was not communicating my value, because I didn't own my value. So once you start gaining that confidence and you start communicating, you start shining. And there is nothing wrong with shining. So
nothing.
There is
Gorgeous,
nothing wrong with
Yadira,
shining.
gorgeous. Yeah.
So my piece of advice for you is to trust yourself, accept that you are worth it, and invest in yourself. Because as a mother of 3 and a wife, you put everybody else before yourself, but you cannot show up and fill their cups if you haven't filled your own. So you're worth it, ladies.
Thank you, Yadira. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have a few minutes. Jen P, what would you like to share with these ladies?
Hi, everybody. I would like to share my experience. It has, well, first I'll say the quote that you referenced earlier, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, could not resonate more with me ever. I think that I met you last year or maybe a year and a half ago, whenever you had the book club, and everything in the book just resonated with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like she's in my brain writing a book. And it was, and I just was hooked at that time. And so I've joined many of your programs, and finally the Fearless Leadership Mastermind. And what I love for myself is that I've been able to take the things that we've learned and talked about and not only practice them in my work life, but in my personal life. And that gives me an opportunity to practice them more and hone them quicker. And it has actually improved all of my interpersonal relationships, both at work and in personal life. And so I couldn't be happier about that, because I've had some struggles in my days. So it's been a beautiful transformation to watch in myself. Some of my concerns that I had, really, I didn't have any objections, and I felt like I was full speed ahead until the beginning of the year, literally when the program started, and my dad passed away, and I didn't feel like I would be able to be as present as I would hope to be. And I still question if I was, but what I learned in our graduation, as we showered each other with praise, is how much I actually have absorbed and how much I have taken without consciously realizing it, and how in the background of my subconscious, it is all working, and all just that perfect storm is just happening, and I'm not even consciously aware of it. And that's the beautiful thing. Over the past year since meeting Dr. Ginny, I felt comfortable applying to a position that I didn't even have enough time in my current role to be able to do that. And I didn't have the experience that was requested, but I applied to 3 of them and I got 2 of them. So I got to choose the one that I wanted. And then after I got there, I did my first project and I was like, this isn't going to fulfill me. I need something more. It was 3 months after I started, and I talked to my boss, and she's like, well, why don't we create a team so that you can do that? And so they created a whole new team so that I could do that. And it was pretty, and I've never been happier in my career. I'm on cloud 9 and I can't even believe it. So
Yay, Jen, thank you so much. What would you like to tell them as we say goodbye?
I would like to say that oftentimes we don't put ourselves first, and it's really easy to come up with excuses to not spend the time, spend the money, spend the energy on ourselves when we're stretched so thin already. But you do deserve it, and you can't even begin to comprehend the transformation that will occur if you attend and if you participate and if you take that leap of faith.
That's awesome.
Dr. Ginny's energy is phenomenal, and I highly encourage your personal development, your professional development.
Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you all. Isa, you have the last word. A very brief message, like a minute, literally. What would you like to share with this beautiful audience, Isa?
Well, I'm in the beginning stages, so I'm still going to your master class. So I don't have the wonderful stories as they do, but I'm gonna say that it has helped me in many, many ways in my short period of 6 months. I've had my managers say very positive things when I speak now, because I always had that authority, but not the way I didn't speak the way Johnny was telling me. I'm just straight bold, but now I word it differently, and they look at me like, whoa, wait a minute, that's new. And I'm like, yeah, just be ready. Just be ready, because this is just the beginning for me. So I don't have the wonderful stories as yourself, but this is what makes me excited. And to be a part of Jeannie's, executive bound has been really, really amazing for me. So I thank her for the opportunity. I also say to all the other young ladies, keep going, because it may be slow, because like Jenny said, everybody's different and everything works for everybody differently.
Yeah.
But she's a phone call away no matter what, and all the other ladies as well. So I thank you for that opportunity. And listen, guys, watch out, because I'm telling you right now, this is not going to be me in another 3 years. Trust me when I tell you.
Yay, Isa. Well, I
So
want to say
thank you.
thank you, Isa. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Yadira. Thank you, Nympha. Thank you, Barbara.